Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me on Solomon's Temple. My name is Solomon Izan Ashams, and it's so great to be with you at this time of the day. Um, I hope you're doing very well. Welcome to Solomon's Temple. My name is Uncle Solomon. That's what they call me. Full name Solomon Izan Ashams. And thank you, guys. Thank you so much for some of you guys that always tune in. Uh, I really appreciate every one of you guys. Uh, it's such a great joy to always come here and see so many people watching, hundreds, sometimes thousands of people watching, and just being able to share with you. I think it's the biggest privilege for me to be able to do that. We're doing this together. We're doing it together, and we will continue to do it together. So I thank you, and I would want to ask you guys to please subscribe to this YouTube channel, Solomon's Temple. Solomon's Temple. Solomon's Temple is the movement, is the platform for the movement where we push truth, where we discuss truth, especially regarding the state of the church and the corruption, leadership corruption that we have, the church in Africa especially. How do we discuss it? As just so we can find some sort of a solution, either for ourselves, our families, our community, but we would continue to be champions of justice. God is a God of justice, justice for everybody. So thank you, guys. Peace and love to you also, Donatus OKK. Shirley is here. She's saying, free mode Jehovah. Good evening to you, Madisa Samuel. Thank you from the Free State watching, from Nelspread. Thank you. Good evening to you guys. Sonia, all the way from Jamaica, always there. Good evening to you also, Choni. Good to be with you here. Namibia is well represented, as usual. And Cameroon is also in the house. Limpopo is also right here. Eswatini is right here. Great to be with you guys. M Shades is saying unbelievable. What is unbelievable, M Shades? Gavin from Cape Town, thank you so much. Mama Africa, as usual, great support there. I want to thank every one of you guys who have been supporting the Solomon's Temple legal and operational cost for some of the court battles that we have to fight, especially the one that I was sentenced to prison. And a lot of you guys have given into this account. And if you want to give more, I would appreciate that you guys continue to do that. And also quite a lot of people, also I noticed quite a few people went to the GoFundMe account that we set up. This is the GoFundMe account that we set up. Quite a lot of people went there and donated. I really want to appreciate every single one of you. Every single one of you that went here. And if you go to GoFundMe and if you check my name, Solomon Ashams, ASHOMS, is going to give you some sort of a direct access for you to make a donation towards our legal and operational cost. And let me just post, actually, I just posted now the link to the GoFundMe account page that was opened for me by a friend in Canada. She opened this page just she started the page just to be able to collect and get donations. So I just posted the link right now. If you check out the conversation box, you would see the link. So please do that. And Jonetta is saying, yes, I went there. To God be the glory. Amen, amen. Yes, I saw that you made a donation. Thank you so much. And thank you to everyone who's been praying and doing and supporting this course in so many different ways. Thank you. Obrigado. Merci beaucoup. Nagode. Enkosi. How do you say it in Kiswahili? How do you say thank you in Kiswahili? But thank you guys. Really appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much. So please go visit my GoFundMe page. Just Google Solomon. Just search for Solomon Ashams on GoFundMe. It will take you straight to the page. And when it takes you straight to the page, you're going to see the page. It looks like this. This is how the page looks like. Yeah, this is how the page looks like. Legal fees for South African journalists and activists. You're gonna see it, and you can make a donation. Please share the link to people that you know could also support that. All right, just a quick one. Yeah, we got Putty from the UK. Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. Just a quick one that I actually want to discuss in the next few minutes. It's just news that just came out today. News that just came out today. What is the news that came out today? That the biggest, Africa's biggest false prophet, Africa's biggest charlatan, TB Joshua, Temitope Balogun Joshua. In case you're wondering what TB Joshua means, Temitope Balogun Joshua has been banned from YouTube officially. So if you go and Google TB Joshua, normally you will see Emmanuel TV comes up. And Emmanuel TV is the official YouTube channel for Synagogue Church of All Nations, Cohen. A lot of us do know that. Synagogue Church of All Nations, which is the church that TB Joshua runs, but that's not a church for me, you know. And we know he's Emmanuel TV. It's on DSTV platform in case you are in Africa. It's on different platforms and all that kind of thing. That's where he showcases his tricks. That's where he brainwashes people. That's where he manipulates, hypnotizes people. That's where a lot of people fell for his trap, his tricks, thinking that he is legit, and they take a 5, 8, 10-hour flight from India, Botswana, the UK, Canada, South America to Lagos, Nigeria, in the name of going to visit a man of God and a place of God. But it is not it. So TB Joshua's Emmanuel TV was the official channel for TB Joshua himself and also his church, which is the Synagogue Church of All Nations. That is Emmanuel TV. A lot of us know Emmanuel TV. Very popular with a lot of people across the continent and a lot of Africans also in diaspora. And the channel has been running for quite a long time on what do you call it, on YouTube. You know, it was a very successful channel on YouTube. That is where he posted. It's an extension of the TV station, which is Emmanuel TV, which you get in quite a lot of places. But all his videos, he posts them on YouTube. His live broadcasts on YouTube. So YouTube is more like the hub. You know, it is almost like became like the biggest hub for TB Joshua, and also for preachers and teachers to be able to have their videos and their content in real time, and also to have it on demand. In case you want to watch it, you can go and demand it. Obviously, it's there. You can watch it, and people can share. People can, you know, so it goes viral. Unofficially, before yesterday, TB Joshua had about 1.8 million subscribers. You hear what I'm saying? That's like the population of Eswatini. That's like the population of where? Namibia or Botswana, you know, close. You know, I know these countries are just about 2 million people. So he had about over 1.8 million subscribers until yesterday. Now, not a lot of churches have over 1 million subscribers. I mean, he's almost hitting the 2 million subscribers mark, and that's huge. Now, not just the over 1.8 million subscribers, that Emmanuel TV and TB Joshua, have, they had billions of views. So their videos of miracles, their videos of sermons, of church service, or videos of him lying to people that he's helping the widows and orphans and all that kind of stuff. It was viewed billions of times. So they have billions of views there. So that is really massive. It isn't a small little platform. That has become the hub for TB Joshua and Emmanuel TV to continue to sanitize us with their content, which for me, they are deceit, they are manipulations. When you see him do whatever he's doing and stuff that he's doing and all that kind of stuff. So YouTube has become like a big thing for him. TV you cannot take videos and put on TV that people can watch on demand and decide what they want to watch. You know what I'm saying? Video in TV, you don't choose what you want to watch. Even if you choose, okay, maybe you have, what do you call it? Showmax or whatever in Africa, videos that is there that you can subscribe. But in this case, there are thousands of videos that you can go and choose anyone that you want and watch. So YouTube and YouTube channel is actually a perfect place for anybody, depending on how you're feeling or what you want to watch, what you want to listen. So it's definitely going to be a setback for Emmanuel TV and TB Joshua if they don't get that channel back again. That means they have to start all over again. And losing over 1.8 million subscribers and billions of views is definitely going to be some sort of a setback for a ministry, for a church, for a cult that knows how to use social media and videos in a very cunning and smart way to manipulate people. That's going to affect their influence. That's going to affect their finances. It's going to affect them in a lot of ways. So definitely, now they are doing whatever it takes to get that channel back, Emmanuel TV. And I'm going to talk about it later. But first, let's look at some of the reasons why YouTube channels are banned, from YouTube. Certain channels on YouTube that are banned. The first one is obviously if you get 3 strikes. So if you do certain things as wrong, copyright issues and whatever, so you get what they call a strike. So if you get 3 strikes, YouTube is going to take you off. So that's the simplest thing. So for TB Joshua, obviously, I don't think he got 3 strikes because it's his content. He doesn't use any other content, so there's no copyright issues, And another way might be the way that, I'm going to try to make it as basic as possible. The way that they have a video, but then the title of the video, when you see the title of the video, it draws you in, but then you find out that the video is actually not exactly what the title is saying. So you're more like deceiving people. And YouTube has like a special artificial intelligence setup that could actually pick that up in their, show that in their algorithm, and because you're trying to manipulate their algorithm and all that. And it will give them a heads up. So they will be watching you. And you could be in trouble for that. So now that he's been banned, there is a campaign that was started by quite a few people to get the channel back. But before then again, why was TB Joshua and Emmanuel TV banned from YouTube? Now, a lot of people will begin to say, people that are very pro TB Joshua, they say, no, this is persecution. They don't like the church. YouTube doesn't like the church. YouTube is against TB Joshua. YouTube is that. But YouTube officially wrote and told Emmanuel TV and TB Joshua why their channel, Emmanuel TV, was banned. And let me take you into a letter that I came across. Is just amongst some of the leaders of Emmanuel TV. But there's a letter that Emmanuel TV wrote to their supporters and also to their partners. And this is the letter officially. So he said, "Good morning and win today. Emmanuel TV's mission is to share the love of God with everyone, irrespective of race or religion. And we strongly oppose all forms of hate speech. We have had a long and fruitful relationship with YouTube and believe this direct decision was made in haste. We appreciate your prayers and support as we are making every effort to appeal this decision and see the channel restored." So, why was Emmanuel TV and TB Joshua banned from YouTube? Is very clear there in the first sentence, from where it says, "And we strongly oppose all forms of hate speech." So that is very clear to tell you that Emmanuel TV was banned from YouTube because YouTube said their content carries a lot of hate speech. Their content carries a lot of hate speech. Now, when a content carries a lot of hate speech, obviously, it's trying to say some of the things that were shown or some of the things that were said, infringe into the rights of other people, maybe based on their gender, based on their sexual orientation, based on their race, based on their class in society, based on their tribe and based on their language. And that would get you into trouble with YouTube. So that's the official communication from Emmanuel TV. In there, they're trying to give feedback. Obviously, they said there. What did they say in the second part of that sentence there? I said, we have had a long and fruitful relationship with YouTube and believe this decision was made in haste. So they believe that YouTube made the decision in haste. That is the decision to ban them, their channel, Emmanuel TV, because they feel it's promoting hate speech. But then the final sentence there, they're saying, "We appreciate your prayers and support as we are making every effort to appeal this decision and to see the channel restored." So obviously, they are now trying to appeal the decision. I mean, they could even take it to court if they want to. They could take YouTube to court. They could go the legal way. There are a lot of people who have lost their channel on YouTube, and they took on YouTube. YouTube is always open as long as you can prove to them that what they claim you did, isn't true. They will listen to you. There are a lot of other channels that were banned and then took it. I mean, even went to court and they restored it. You get all your 1.8 million subscribers on, and you get all your billions of views on. But here they're saying YouTube was in a haste to make that decision. So technically, I feel YouTube has been monitoring this channel, Emmanuel TV and TB Joshua, because Emmanuel TV is technically TB Joshua, isn't it? Because 70-80% of the time, he's the one speaking. So for me, it seems like they've been monitoring Emmanuel TV and they are looking at it and they have picked up quite a lot of stuff, not just manually as they review it, because YouTube reviews using their machines, AI, artificial intelligence, or manually, and manually. So for them to get to this decision, it's not like YouTube wouldn't know TB Joshua. They would look at it and say, look, hey, this guy has almost close to 2 million subscribers. This guy has billions of views. Of course, YouTube knows it's not going to be good for them somehow. But YouTube has banned people that have more subscribers, more content. Now, some would hurry up, like I said, some would hurry and begin to say, no, this is persecution against the church. Don't make this a thing of the church. This is TB Joshua and YouTube. This is a charlatan, TB Joshua and YouTube. He's a charlatan to start with. So he wasn't banned because he got 3 strikes or whatever. No, channels like TB Joshua's channel, they don't get like strikes, that kind of thing, because their contents are original. They create their own content. They don't source and use other copyrighted or non-copyrighted content. They don't do that. So there's hate speech. Maybe when you listen to TB Joshua's preaching and teaching closely, you would pick up hate speech. Now, hate speech is not a speech that will tell you, I hate you because you are from this race, or I hate you because you know. That's not what hate speech is. There are different ways that it can come across. That's not the only way that it can come across. And remember, TB Joshua is very uncultured. For you to know, it's very uncultured. I don't know, maybe it was his lack of education or whatever, but he's very uncultured. And also, being a Nigerian, sometimes we have this way that we talk to people. We have this way that we say things. For us, it might be okay in our society, but when you put it on a platform like YouTube, where there are so many people from different platforms and different part of the world, it becomes totally something different. They would hear something different when you speak. So let's visit why again in the first place. This is an official letter that was released by Emmanuel TV on why the channel is down. So Emmanuel TV, first, obviously, they try to serenade themselves and say, no, Emmanuel TV's mission is to share the love of God with everyone, irrespective of race or religion. And we strongly oppose all forms of hate speech. Now, let's start from the irrespective of race or religion. Actually, I just saw something there. So why do you have to put irrespective of race or religion? Why? Maybe because the hate speech that YouTube is accusing Emmanuel TV of implementing is racial or is religious. Maybe it was an attack on another race, or maybe it was an attack on another religion. Because they didn't put race or gender or age or tribe. No. They picked 2, race or religion. So they technically playing around with what the report that YouTube gave them on why they are banning them from YouTube, from not having a channel, why they are taking Emmanuel TV off. So you must look closely when you see these things, especially when it comes from charlatan. You must read closely. And they said, we strongly oppose all forms of hate speech. Okay, you're dealing with hate speech. Why can't you say we strongly oppose all forms of what? Corruption, or all forms of abuse or all forms of dishonesty, but you're saying hate speech. So obviously, that's what YouTube is charging you for, hate speech, either racially or religiously. I believe YouTube has a lot of processes. Here they're saying they believe YouTube was in a haste to make this decision, but YouTube has a lot of processes. There are certain videos that I will put on here, and YouTube would take it off, and I would appeal that. Even right now, I'm appealing another video. I said, no, but you cannot take this off. Somebody, you know, why are you taking it off? This is an original, start to finish. It's me speaking. You know, so somebody cannot claim that it's theirs. So if you know the way the YouTube process is very well, whatever happens, you're going to be able to get where you want. So now there is a campaign around the world by TB Joshua's supporters and TB Joshua's followers and TB Joshua's church to get the channel restored, whilst TB Joshua's Emmanuel TV is still speaking to YouTube. Will they get the channel back? I don't know. Would that be the end of the channel and now they have to start another channel? I don't know. They've been running that channel for over 10 years, for a very long time. Now, this is what Emmanuel TV sent to their supporters and partners and members. This is what they're telling them to do. He said here, the title there is what you can do. Good Christians are good citizens. These guys can manipulate, huh? So they said, what you can do. What can you do to put pressure on YouTube to get this channel back? What can you do to put pressure on YouTube to consider and to know that and to know that they need to get this back? And remember, TB Joshua has a lot of followers, so don't be surprised if YouTube begins to feel the heat. Not the heat. I mean, YouTube can decide we're not getting it back or whatever, but YouTube is definitely going to receive a lot of response. So the first one, they said on YouTube, post comments with your concerns about this issue. Number 2, on Facebook, raise your concerns about this issue on Facebook, YouTube, Facebook page. YouTube Facebook page. On Twitter, tweet your concerns about the issue to Team YouTube. On Instagram, share your concerns about this issue on Instagram.com/YouTube. Make sure you refer to our channel URL, youtube.com/channel/wherever, everything is there. So obviously they've started a campaign to get their channel back. Very good. You know, if YouTube see it worthy to bring it back, then they're going to bring it back. So there's that campaign. And you see, maybe it wasn't something that TB Joshua said or something that appeared in their videos last month, last year, 2 years ago, or 5 years ago. Maybe it was actually something from like 10 years ago. Remember, again, TB Joshua is very uncultured. There are certain things that he says, and like, that's why his preaching makes you want to sleep. It's like, this guy is just going in circles. Remember, he was very uncultured, so it might be videos from 12 years ago that YouTube has been picking these things up. It might be videos from 8 years ago because he was uncultured. He was not wise up yet, you know. And also, because he's not a Christian, he just look at how other people are preaching and teaching, and he would do the same thing. He's not a Christian. TB Joshua is not a Christian, guys. So now they visit all that and everything, and YouTube obviously has a way where they process all these things. And all this is deliverance, where you will see people somersaulting and jumping, where he will tell people that you are this. Maybe that's where some of the hate speech comes, because you're delivering people, and then you're like bullying them, or you're like insulting them, or it's like an assault. You're using words on them that you shouldn't use. That's why some of you guys, all these prophetic guys and all these deliverance people, You must be careful. The content that you put, you must be careful. You think you're in church and you want to show off. When God is not there, you begin to do your own thing, and you move into the realm of hate speech. You must be extremely careful. So again, would he get his channel back? I have no idea. I have no idea. Here are some comments. That Carlo says, Uncle Solomon just says things as they are. TV Joshua's preaching makes you feel like you want to go to sleep. Yeah, the guy is, I mean, the guy is a charlatan. The guy is not a preacher. He's not a Christian. YouTube. Tochuku is saying, Uncle Solomon, please recognize that there's an agenda, not just because TB Joshua is fake. YT, YouTube is full of people who do not support Black people. I don't know about that, to be honest with you, Tochuku. I'm not going to say, do you have any proof that they do not support Black people? They might have it, but it might be that way. But if you don't have proof, it's always going to be a problem. And Jagelion is saying TB Joshua shows a lot of graphic pictures of this and that and issues of whatever. Yeah, and those are some of the things. Exactly, Jagalio. You actually captured some of the things that might just, maybe that's what actually motivated and instigated YouTube to take the actions that they did. And maybe some of these videos are not even today. They're videos that happened over 10 years ago. And watch me, if TB Joshua comes back, maybe if they get his channel restored or he starts a new channel, obviously he can start a new channel now. You know, in 6 months, he's probably going to get 500,000 subscribers. It's easy for him because he has followers. But notice a lot is going to change. Some of the content that they will put and all that, because now they have to learn the hard way. I don't understand what some people are saying here. Pastor Jacob is saying, God is warning all charlatans, stop fooling the masses or else no amount of whiteboards or conspiracy theories would save you. I like that, no amount of whiteboards. Tondani is saying, once again, great work. Expose, expose, expose. Cecilia is saying, I haven't talked about Odumenji. I'm going to talk about Odumenji tomorrow and Lady and Ada Jesus. I'm going to give you my opinion tomorrow about it. You see, am I saying that YouTube is totally against the church and pastors and Christians? I don't think so. There's a lot of Christian content on YouTube. Maybe they have an agenda. I don't know. I haven't seen it. If I see it, I will tell you, even though this is their platform. Somebody's here is saying TB Joshua isn't a charlatan. What Solomon did to conclude that he's a charlatan and all that. TB Joshua, I used to run a Christian magazine. For 10 years, I started a Christian magazine called Parable Magazine. TB Joshua's deputy prophet left him and came to me and told me a whole lot of things about TB Joshua. I called their office, spoke to his PA, said, "These are what this person is saying. Could you answer?" He sent somebody to my office here in Johannesburg, and there was no answer. All he was giving me was books and TB Joshua's CDs and whatever. I said, that's not what I need. This is what this person is accusing him of. Could you answer? I published it. The next day, I received my first death threat. My first death threat from Lagos, from Synagogue Church of All Nations. Before I know it, TB Joshua was holding a copy of my magazine on his TV channel and telling people that my magazine is very anti-Christ. And you're telling me, I don't know who is charlatan. You don't know my history. You just knew me this year or last year. So you think I just came around. I'm telling you a situation that happened like 11 years ago. I'm not just a guy around the block. Like Americans always say, I paid my dues. What I mean is I've been around. This passion that God has given me for this it wasn't just something that I just picked up, or I just say TB Joshua is a charlatan and then that's the end of it. No. Esther here is also saying Solomon is the only holy man living on earth. Shut up, man. Oh, you see, when people say that I'm the only holy man living on earth, or I'm deputy Jesus, is their guilt. They're guilty. Their sin is eating them up. They don't want to hear about righteousness. Their sin is eating them up. So they are trying to be defensive. I know you guys. May God help you. May God help you. And what's her name? Yelang Jinka here actually summarizes it very well. She said the channel was taken down due to gratuitous violations of YouTube policies. That's it. YouTube has policies, guys. YouTube has policies. Just like any other organization. On Facebook, there are policies. There are certain things you cannot say or you cannot post, graphic or whatever. They take it. And you must take time to study it. And I'm sure YouTube told Emmanuel TV, no, these are the policies that you went against, and this is the way you went against it. That's why we're taking you guys off. YouTube is not just going to wake up and then they want to attack TB Joshua or whatever. No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way at all. There are policies that are set there. And you have to look at it closely. So this is somebody here is saying, Masuluke, now you're trying to look like you're objective, and then you have TB Joshua's photo as your profile photo. You're not going to be objective. TB Joshua is your papa. The charlatan is your papa. Now you are telling me that I didn't give you evidence. I told you it's a hate speech. What is hate speech? You said something against another person, against another religion, against another race, against something that is hateful towards somebody or towards something. Now you are telling me about the LGBTI issue and all that kind of stuff. Listen, YouTube is not just going to ban somebody for one reason. You're just giving me one reason here. YouTube is not just going to ban you for one reason. And this is YouTube doing that. It's not like people were complaining. Because if you can go and complain about somebody all that you want, YouTube is not going to take them off. Because YouTube has a process. And there's due diligence that they will do. There's a process that everything would follow. So you're not just going to complain about somebody. So you're giving me just one issue here. And you have your profile photo, TB Joshua. And you want us to believe you. Solomon, keep exposing the fake so-called men of God. I pity their followers. I'm trying to get some of the comments out here. Moringia Kanwat said, I was there with church group at that's in Lagos at TB Joshua's church. None of us got healed and 3 people died. Fatai is fake. Last he said the Holy Spirit deceived him. Yeah. And so obviously you will know that Mirugia has been there because TB Joshua's real name is Fatai. Abdul Fattah. What does that tell you? It's an Arabic name. Chances are he was Muslim, but he just saw an opportunity to make money. And his name is Fattah. If you know TB Joshua, that is his real name. Joshua just came because he wanted to have a Christian name, just to fit in and everything. You must go and do a study. You see, TB Joshua will come and tell you, this is why TB Joshua would come and tell you, well, he was banned from YouTube because of a gay video that he posted. That's what he tells you. Why can't he show you the later or show you, screenshot the reason why what YouTube said? You don't want to hear it from TB Joshua. Let's hear it from YouTube, TB Joshua. So show us what YouTube sent you. Not what you, because he would take what YouTube said and say, look, how can I tell people that in a way that I'm not going to lose support and in a way that people are going to be aggressive and are going to go out and write YouTube and all that kind of thing. These guys are, they're criminals. So they think very well. They're criminals. So whatever TB Joshua is telling you or whatever his church is telling you is not true. On why he was banned is not true. Tammy is saying, where's Tammy? Tammy is saying, thanks to COVID, these charlatans are exposed. Wake up, Africa. There's no God in these churches. True. A lot of these churches, there's no God. So I guess I'm going to bring this to just wrap up here. Church News Online with D Ngema. She says, ha ha ha. So when you talk about Bushiri, it's fine, but if it's the man of God, you are fake. Nice followers you have here. No, the people that follow me here, I don't even know why they follow me, because you follow me and then you keep attacking me and criticizing. But I have a thick skin. I know why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm not doing this for you to love me or for you to know. I'm doing this to give you the truth. That's what it is. So guys, don't forget, if this is your first time, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. I would really appreciate it. I really appreciate it if you can subscribe to this YouTube channel. And yeah, thank you so much. Tomorrow I'm gonna do some stuff on Ndumenji, and then in the evening I'm going to. There's a lady who lost about 10,000 US dollars to some charlatan in South Africa who deceived her to invest in a business. I was gonna speak to her today, but she wasn't totally ready. So I'm gonna speak to her tomorrow. So we're going to do that tomorrow. So thank you guys. God bless you. I would see you tomorrow then. I'm sure you're going to continue to have a wonderful time. So may the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you and make his face to shine upon you. And may you continue to be the truth that your neighbor needs to hear. God bless you.